Good afternoon, everyone. Alan Star Saber here once again. Today we're discussing the one of the events that we encountered today. I know a lot of people have been struggling with ground war assault battles. I'll show you what I do. And unfortunately, my RNG has not been great. I mean, even when I did it my best, I only got 1 star from the challenge tier 2. But I'll show you what I used to get there. And I'll explain a little bit about it and how it's set up. So the setup I use here, Grandmaster Yoda in the lead, I give him Grandmaster's Guidance. That'll help with the buffs and debuffs that happen from the B2s and General Grievous. And I have him sped up primarily. That's where he's mod for speed and health. So he's got about 315 speed. A little bit of offense, but not much. Ahsoka Tano, Jedi Anakin, a little bit of speed, mostly offense, a little bit of health. They've got my Padme mods, General Kenobi, pure health. So he's at about almost 110,000 health. Barisafi, a little bit of speed is primarily where she's modded at. So she's actually got my normal arena General Kenobi nodes, so she's actually got some speed to her. We'll start the battle. Beginning of the battle here is fairly straightforward. You got the B2, that's your primary target here because he creates a lot of the buff blocks. You want to get rid of those as quickly as you can, and Ahsoka helps out with that with her assists. And then you do Grandmaster Yoda's triple walk ability. That's what clears the field because Ahsoka helps with every single shot. So you're doing almost double damage there. Use the heal every chance you get with Barris. That'll give you defense up on Kenobi. That makes him a little bit more tanky for the time being, even though he's got 100k health. Some of these hits are pretty impressive. Use the whirlwind ability in Ahsoka every chance you get. That'll clear a mob pretty quick. Use triple op every chance you get just because it's extra damage that Ahsoka's dealing every time you use an ability. And that'll help clear the battlefield more quickly for you. And boom, we're already round 2. So even though you get a lot of attacks first from the enemy, now you'll see that here becomes a big issue because if there's a lot of crits, that's actually okay. That's how it heals General Kenobi. If you don't see a lot of crits, that's when General Kenobi's health tends to fall because it's straight damage. It's nothing returned from Barris's Zeta ability, which is also a heal. So we're doing okay so far. General Kenobi's hanging in there. That's why his health is critical. It keeps him in the fight and keeps him healed up because of the Barris Zeta. And then you can use other abilities to bring protection up, like Jedi Anakin's ability. You can bring foresight and protection up from Yoda strutting buffs. And now you've got less of these in the field assisting, so General Kenobi's a little bit more durable. He can take a lot more of these bursts and do a little bit of damage back for once. And once you're down to 4, he's probably going to be okay if he's got nearly as much health as I do, because the fewer bursts that come in, the fewer of them are non-crits, and the ones that are non-crits aren't zapping his health down quite as frequently. And now we can whittle this team down much more quickly. I'm going to save this heal because General Kenobi's in pretty good standing at this point. I don't need the defense up that it adds to the mix. And I can go ahead and keep doing the triple whammy from Yoda and finish this round pretty quickly. So now it's round 3. Now we got a lot of buff blocks that come up and a lot of dispelling that occurs. But also keep in mind, that's also giving me turn meters. So when I resist a lot of those debuffs that are coming, which the tenacity of this team is higher naturally from Grandmaster Yoda's leadership, I get to go a lot more frequently. So this makes this go around go a little quicker. But I still have to contend with the fact that there is buff dispels very frequently from the B2s. So it's just a waiting game. Try to go here, clear that buff. Spread some protection up. Keep Ahsoka attacking again and again. She is very much your damage dealer in this whole endeavor, especially once we start to get these guys down. So become a lot simpler, a lot less buffs getting cleared, and we can whittle this team down faster. Triple whammy ability. Spread some protection up around. Try to get these B2s out as quickly as you can so they're not clearing all the wonderful buffs that are helping your team go more quickly. Alright, now we're down to 1. That'll make this much more straightforward endeavor. We can focus on the last B2. Clear his protection up with Soka. Apologize for the little notifications I'm getting. Get rid of the B2 Super Battle Droid. Now we're down to the B1s. That'll make this round pretty painless at this point. So we can work on them, get them down, try to hit the highest health target with Ahsoka, because often she can, like you see, just straight up take them out. Now if we got protection up, consider using the splash first, because that will give Yoda that to pass around without Ahsoka dispelling it. Now we're at this point, I can take down the shield droid. Should be pretty quick here. Do a lot of basics so we don't exhaust all our abilities. And now it comes down to that moment of truth. Does Grievous kill us or does he not? Got a lot of damage in, but we should be able to get some protection up from Anakin. Clear these heal blocks with General Kenobi. This is the moment of truth. This is where he has the death mark on him, so hopefully we took care of that with Ahsoka. Put the protection up. This is a good place to be at when you're in phase 4. Because now we can start to work down this team with that protection up in there, and that's a far weaker concern than when we had the death mark or the heal block in place. So we can keep working Grievous. He's definitely priority number 1 here. And then we should be good. Once General Grievous is out of the way, you're more or less out of the woods for the rest of this round, and quite probably all the way up until phase 8. So this is where you want. This is how you know you've got a good run. You can keep doing Yoda's triple whop ability with Ahsoka assisting constantly. And it'll still take you time, but that's okay. Because now there's nothing that's really a threat to your team as it stands when this is the case. So we can keep working our way around the battlefield, spread some buffs, triple whop. Bring in Ahsoka, almost kills it, took it out. Just keep working your way around. And you're probably going to wind up killing the shield droid here. That's fine. That's at this point, you're not in any real danger for General Kenobi, so not having protection up isn't the end of the world. Just keep working through the battle. These guys will go down eventually, and once you're down to the 1, it's pretty quick. It's not like they can hide for you in stealth right now. Keep working the triple whop. Once you're at this point, probably safe to just use basics, so you have a lot of these abilities on off cooldown when you need them. Now we're in this phase, got a triple whop off the gate. That'll be extremely helpful because that'll make their flurry of a hits on General Kenobi less of a threat. This is where General Kenobi can be at risk, so you want to get that defense up as quickly as you can. And then you're probably okay. Once you get rid of one of these, you want to clear offense ups when you get them, because that can be a threat to General Kenobi as well. And just keep working your way through the field. Not too big of a threat this stage in the game, as long as Kenobi's built to take a lot of these assist hits. Now we're up to phase 6. Phase 6, just one B2 to really worry about here. The spies will hurt, but they won't necessarily be a showstopper. And Ahsoka will clear the buff blocks for the most part. But you do want to get that, all the protection ups and all the heals that you can get on here, because that spy can be a threat, and the B2s or the B1s can still be kind of a threat. Get to the nice little triple whammy. Make your team a little bit more safe. Keep prioritizing the B2 until it's dead. Now things should be pretty straightforward. Doesn't really matter who you kill at this point. If Kenobi's powerful and you got some control of the field, spy isn't that much of a threat that it'll generally kill things, and you can kill it right back when Ahsoka's turn comes. Just work your way around. Finish the phase pretty quickly here. And there we go, round 7. Round 7, this, again, you're really not too much of a threat here. You got an extra spy to worry about here, but fortunately that's a pretty good chance that you'll be able to give Anakin's ability here and give that protection up. Bring to a triple whop on Yoda. Don't know why that plus spread didn't happen, but must have used the wrong ability. But that's okay. Just keep working your way around. Gonna delay this turn, try to give us a triple whop the next time, because we want to save all these abilities for round 8, because round 8 is probably where you're going to lose General Kenobi. I've yet to run it, yet not have it get lost in the flurry, which is okay. At round 8, if you have control of the battlefield, take out Asajj Ventress, you'll probably be okay. It's not too big of a concern there. Just keep working your way around, get that triple whop tuned up so you get it at the earliest moment possible, assuming he falls the right place in the turn sequence. Use a basic to give him some of that back. Okay, so here's where things get a little dicey, and we'll have to focus on Asajj Ventress first. You want her out of the running as quickly as you can make it. Pretty good run so far. I'm able to focus on her pretty heavily. Probably take her out. Okay, there we lost General Kenobi. It usually happens, that's okay. It's just controlling the rest of the battle, that's the question. And usually it comes down to where Jedi Anakin and Grandmaster Yoda's turns fall into sequence here. So now we get a triple whop. That's always a huge help to this if we can get it. Got a ability block here that doesn't help our situation any. Ooh, we lost our Yoda. That could be dicey, but we're close anyway. Gonna keep on working our way around here because we might be able to still pull this out here. Because Ahsoka, like I mentioned before countless times, is very critical to this. No, that's a bummer. So that time we lost round 8 and round 4. Those are your biggest threats. Usually when this succeeds is when I'm able to do that and not lose that many that quickly. We'll try one more round, see if we can pull the RNG. But you saw it up to round 8, so I think you get the idea. If it plays out your way, I don't want to give you 1,000 RNG viewing experiences. I've already made several video attempts that I just wound up shutting down because they didn't go the way they should have. RNG is always a factor, but this can be done, and I think you can see how. Once you get to round 8, it's very doable. It's just comes down to that RNG factor at the very end. So we'll go ahead, keep our sequence going, take out B1 or B2, clear this buff first. Do ourselves a triple up. Work our way through it. Keep working our way around. No need to use the Cyclone ability here, even though you can kill it. We're at this point in the game where really should just be doing basics for the most part. Okay, take the round 2. Remember, round 2 is the flurry of hits. Hit after hit after hit after hit. Will survive is the only real factor in this, and if he's built heavily enough, hopefully he'll be able to okay until you get to give him some protection back and build up his health back and work our way around the cycle again. So keep on working our way around. Once the droids start falling, Kenobi becomes more safe. So you try to take him out as quickly as you're able once you get through the cycle of hits. 2 down should be good. Turn around the battle. Good to go there. Whittle him down some more. Down to 2. Let's go much quicker now. Down to 1. Just hit the basics so we can recharge some of those abilities. Save that for next time so we can get the full triple whop out of there. B2s again. Putting all the buff blocks up. Just taking those hits to Kenobi. Okay, buff blocks on Kenobi. Fortunately, that is at least putting up turn meter here so we can start our triple whop. Clear some buffs. Clear some more buffs. Won't get the protection up on Kenobi, but that's okay. It's really not that critical here because these B2s are not really a huge threat to Kenobi. Use that Cyclone to clear the first one out of the way. Use specials to get Ahsoka to clear the protection up when you can. Defense up. Watch the flurry of hits that keeps happening. And it'll keep happening. Get ourselves a triple up to start clearing off this protection up. Get that second B2 out of here, so we just have to focus the one. Which means he'll clear less of the buffs. Keep on working your way around the battlefield. Get a nice triple whop in there to put some protection up throughout the team. That'll get us some health back to Kenobi. Very critical because remember, next phase is phase 4. In phase 4, we want to make Kenobi as survivable as possible because it all comes down to Grievous and how he comes out the gate with. So we'll keep working our way around. Get rid of the one. Clear some protection up. Spread some protection up. Clear the protection up there. Finish the droid. Finish the droid. So now we'll see if we can handle ground form. Lost Barriss. That's unfortunate. Now it'll play out here. You can see there's a lot of different RNG factors that go into this. This is one of the many. You can't control these things. You just kind of have to deal with them as they come. We're going to make a go with this just in case, because sometimes if things play out okay, maybe the loss of Barriss isn't critical to this fight. I don't think it will be doable at this point. I'm still going to work through it, but just to give you the one chance and get you again familiar with the, because we didn't get Grievous out of it. And with these protection ups, we can still keep this team relatively good shape. All right. And just keep working your way around. Let's keep working our way around this. Finish off this round. Might not be able to survive the next round. The next round, as you remember, before was not a big deal because Barriss was in there keeping General Kenobi in play. Now it's going to become much of an issue, and this is a good opportunity to see how critical the Barriss Afi role can be at keeping General Kenobi in play. So 1, 2, 3, get protection up with Anakin. Might be able to survive with that, but 4, 5, 6, not looking good. 7. Okay, so now you can see why Barriss is so critical to that phase. Now the team's going to lose here. I'm going to call it on this round just to, because you've seen all the way up to 8. You can imagine 8's probably not too much more difficult if RG goes your way. It's going to take some times, but it's just a matter of patience. So, but I don't have enough patience that I'm going to sit you through a dozen more videos. I just want to give you an idea. So that's all I have for this video. Gives you hope that maybe you can configure your own team for the victory. I'm going to keep working on it, but I'm not going to do it while talking to a YouTube video. So until next time, this is Anvil Star Saber signing.